I think, oh, look at my little muffin top. I just thought of a t-shirt, because I have these plain t-shirts I bought from Old Navy. And I was thinking, like, if I was a creator of t-shirts and like a designer, all I think about is just like the simplest things that if someone were to walk by and watch someone wear this t-shirt, they would just laugh and chuckle because of the corniness, the substance, and all that good shit. What if just a plain t-shirt, it doesn't really matter what color, and it doesn't even matter if it's a guy or girl, you can put it on me. Put it on this nice yellow Colonel Mustard, beige in the sage, eggs in the cage. And yeah, I'm sorry, I don't get cage-free eggs. I don't care too much about it. When you're charging me $7, sorry, if they're in a cage and it's 50 cents cheaper, I'm getting the ones in a cage, all right? I'm not an advocacy, but we don't want kids in a cage, but at the same time, is it the chicken or the egg? It doesn't matter because they're here. But what if the logo was just a smiling muffin on a t-shirt, and then below it, just a simple word? Well, words dash another word. I don't know if it's a word and a half or 2 words. If there's a dash, is it a word and a half? Or is it 2 words? Or is it 1 word? It's like when someone has a hyphen in their last name, where it's like, oh, Julia, it's a Julia Saint Lauren. And they try to they put their original last name as their middle name, and then their maiden name is now their husband's last name because it's a way they, show some independence. But what if it was a muffin and then the sentence was just muffin top? For the audio, because, a t-shirt is a top and a muffin. And I like muffin tops. Good stuff. And it used to be, I don't know if you guys remember, it used to be this amazing off-brand cereal. They do not have it. I'm pretty sure it's on the black market somewhere. I would pay like $100 for a bag of muffin tops. That's like one of those dumb things that you would pay money for no fucking reason. Like, you can have your baseball cards. You can have your jersey that Derek Jeter pissed and peed in. Like, took a shit when he, took a grounder in the World Series of Game 6. That's fine. I just want a bag of muffin tops and have a couple nice bowls of blueberry crisp cereal with some milk. And then the muffin top on a woman, I guess it's a milky. I'm such an immature fuck. But yeah, muffin top. I feel like it would be a top seller. You could probably sell it for like $12, make $4 profit. Call it a day. And this shirt, it's made in Vietnam, so I'm sure it was even higher profit ranges. But yeah, welcome to the actual episode 180. Because I realized the last episode I said, welcome to episode 180, but it was actually episode 179. I also realized on the thumbnail of episode 178, I kept 177. Your boy's all over the place. But the moral of the story is, I'm back to doing it and staying consistent. But yeah, welcome to the actual episode 180 of the Muffin Top Podcast with Clint Nelson. I'm your host, Clint Nelson. Don't forget to like, follow, comment, subscribe. But most importantly, hit the notification bell. But also, most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to suck some titties. Good. It feels good to get that out within the first 4 minutes, Typically, I prefer the next 4 minutes, if you know what I'm saying. That was just foreplay, baby. You know what? I'm going to try to stay away from the sexual stuff because I'm not sexually active, quote unquote, or am I? A winky face. I don't know. Who cares? Like, I don't care about your sex life. Like, you shouldn't care about mine. I don't care about yours. It's just fun. It's just funny to joke about. The reason why a lot of my quibbly jokes are sex driven is not because I am so inadequate with sexual stuff. It's because sexual jokes are the most funnest thing and the most vulnerable thing that when it actually happens in real time, when funny things happen during sexual activities, it is honestly the most funniest thing ever. when making someone laugh during sex, and here we go. I just said I wasn't going to talk about sex. See, this is what happens when you don't have a plan going in a podcast. You always end up talking about sex because there's always a backdrop, and boy, that back can drop. Oh, someone get the curtain call. This shirt actually looks like a curtain for certain. Right, Eminem? When I guess this will be a greatest hits. Don't lose yourself. Okay, I'm already losing myself. Losing my way. How come Eminem and JT have never done a collab, by the way? Like, that just felt like the most obvious collab that should have happened. JT wants to be, urban, quote unquote, so bad. Eminem actually at least was part of the culture and respected within the culture. And JT just, wants to be inconveniently, but no one buys it. You can't do the movie Alpha Dog and then 4 years later do a Friends with Benefits with Mila Kunis where you look like an accountant. And like ever since that Hot for Teacher, or is it Hot for Teacher? It's the Bad Teacher with Cameron Diaz. Ever since that movie where he plays that like evangelical, pure wait until marriage guy and then dry humps Cameron Diaz and then, blah, blah, blah. You could, fill in the blanks because boy, he didn't miss. It's she says, that part's fun when she says, maybe next time we could try it with the pants off. And he said, I would like that. Like, no shit, you would like it. Like, why wouldn't you like it? Would there be scenarios like, actually, I prefer the pants on. It keeps the friction tighter. But yeah. Shit, what was I talking? But yeah, no, stuff during those type of vulnerable moments, I think the reason why they're the most common thing and funniest thing for people to resonate with is because it's a very vulnerable thing that can happen during these interactions. So I've been told, because as a child of God, I would not participate until I am a man of faith of marriage and put a ring on it. So I am speaking hypothetically. I would never participate in such sinful activities. But with that being said, it's just so funny. Like, I think it's one of those things in pure emotion where something so like you could butt heads with someone, butt and heads. Oh Jesus, Clint, Beavis and Butthead. And I look like Beavis right now. Leave it to Beavis. It's like you could butt heads with someone as you're, getting into it. And you both just start laughing because it's funny. It's like, this is not what's supposed to happen. When you accidentally like fart, when you actually fart, when you're, just taking your underwear off, just saying. It's like, hey, it's just funny. Like, I feel like if I was someone that participated in these activities, I feel like half of the time during this process, I would just be making them laugh. Because, look, I'm naturally, I like to make jokes and fun. Like, ooh, wrong hole again. It's like, they're so close together, baby. What do you want me to do? Look, it feels the same. It should feel the same to you. And she's like, no, it doesn't. I was like, okay. Just go with it. It's our first time. Right, Bruno? Which, by the way, Bruno Mars is like 5'4". Not that really matters, but that's what I like. Chunky. But yeah, I'll just be like laying in bed with a lady and be like, your eyes make the stars look like they're not shining. Your hair falls perfectly when I'm first crying. You're so beautiful, and I'll never tell you again. But no, like, it's supposed to be one of the most vulnerable and attaching things you can do with someone. And I think to be able to poke fun at it, I think sometimes, like, when people talk about it, it's like this super sensitive, like, oh, nothing off script or off plan can happen. It's like, yeah, that's kind of the spontaneity. That's kind of the fun of it. I would assume that doing anything with someone, it could be going putt-putting with someone. Like, look, sometimes I just want to putt things in some holes and have conversation and laugh in between. All right? I don't think it's any different in the bedroom, you know? It's like, who cares how many strokes, no pun intended, who cares how many strokes it takes to, to plant the flag? All it matters is, did you enjoy the time? Like, word on the street is that you can actually, enjoy sex without actually climaxing as a man or a woman. Now, for men, 99% of the time, like, honestly, you would have to be terrible in bed as a woman to not be able to accidentally make a guy come. Like, it's going to happen. Now, on the other hand, it can be a little 50-50 at best. But someone can still enjoy an experience and not technically reach the end game. It's a lot better if you do, because at least you can just say, like, hey, look, I did my part. I made you blah, blah, blah. But hey. But you can enjoy an experience without having the ending that you expected at the end. Like, yeah, you ever have people in your life, this could be, now we're going to try to deter it from these sexual escapades. But have you ever had people in your life where you just enjoy being in their presence? You just enjoy living, not even day-to-day life, but whenever you see them. It could be a coworker that you see 3 or 4 times a week. It could be a friend of yours that you meet up with once a month. It could be just someone that you run into sparingly. It'd be someone that you text message every here and there on occasion or holiday. And just like when you meet up and when you're around that person, you just feel happy. You just feel more at peace. You just feel just something about when you see that person, they just make you smile. God, now I'm starting to sound like a little bitch. But I do anything to make you smile, bitch. But there are just those people in your life. There are just those people that it doesn't matter what you're doing. You enjoy just whatever entails to be around that person. It could be you could be at a funeral. This sounds fucked. You could be at a funeral with someone and enjoy that more than going on a Ferris wheel, going to a state fair. You can enjoy more than going to like downtown city and going to do this and that, having a great 6-hour night with some person that you kind of like, but not. But it was just cool. You could have the same experience with like a dime out of a dozen people. But then you could do something as simple as sitting at a picnic with someone and eating some homemade like peanut butter jelly sandwiches and like fucking some dry ass sandwich meat you try to make at home, and some rolls, and just bring some like lemonade, and you enjoyed that experience, something so simple and elegant because of who you're with and what that interaction may entail. It could be someone that just makes you feel easy. It's someone who understands you and accepts you. It could be just someone that makes you feel that when you're around them, like they are present. And I think that's the biggest thing, is being present. Damn, look at Clint coming up with some gems here. And sometimes I feel probably before, something as serious and something as deep in emotion as sex, it can feel that you're not really present, because a lot of people have these like imagination, these fantasies, and this idea of what this with someone will be. Or if it's someone that you've done things multiple times with, it could be you have this kind of like a expectation of what you expect coming. No pun intended. And you just kind of like either look forward to it, or you actually can sometimes start not looking forward to it if it's something that you're either kind of getting bored with, or something that is just like, oh, it's this again, or things could just not be right between whoever may be, and things are just like kind of But then there's those people where you don't really think about it, because one, it's more of a natural feel and connection you have with someone. It's more of a natural type of thing you have. And when you have a natural thing with someone, or a natural connection, or a natural conversation, or someone that just has a natural, genuine feel to it, you don't worry about what if this and what if that, because you know that you're going to be in sync with this person, or whatever may or may not happen. Like, you guys are going to roll with it, and you guys are cool with it because you trust that person enough, and they trust you enough with whatever happens. Hey, I enjoy being here with you and doing this with you. And almost like all your expectations that you would have for anyone else, that we have these crazy dating standards or crazy friend standards or crazy just standards for people that we don't know at all. When we actually establish them with someone at a slower pace and let something build gradually, you actually don't have these crazy standards and expectations, because you actually learn to get to know someone and accept someone for who they are and appreciate someone for who they are, that you actually don't have to have these artificial over-the-top things for someone to prove something to you. They've proved what you needed from the most genuine of basic levels. And I think sex is one of those things where we only have these crazy high expectations out of people that we don't actually really like that much. I guess it's kind of this conclusion. I think when you truly enjoy, intimate or social interactions with someone, you don't actually hold people to standards, and it makes everything more laid back and relaxing, and everything will typically be even better because it's not high strung. No pun intended, but sex is supposed to be loose, for both parties involved. Well, we're not too loose for the guy. Well, I mean, hey, whatever you're into, but, I'm not loosey-goosey unless you're duck-goosing. And on that note, I'm going to have a drink. Not drink, even though that would make this podcast. You know what? You know what I might do for episode 200, which is, 20 episodes from now? I might do a drunk podcast. 100%. I haven't drinking in almost like a couple years. I kind of stopped drinking for personal reasons. But I might do it for episode 200. It's kind of like a celebration, Like, your boy has earned it. I'll probably be dumb enough to not even hook up the cord. That's how drunk I'll be. I probably have to have someone here to make sure it actually records. But beyond, honestly, beyond like the sex thing, I guess what more I'm thinking in real time of focusing on is how important it is to build a natural friendship, or to build a natural slow build with someone. And that could be something as simple as a friend, and it may develop into something, if it happens to be the type of sex that, the opposite sex that you're into. It may or may not, I don't know. But when you're around someone enough, you actually start to see people for more of who they are, without even necessarily ever talking about it with them, even if you don't have to verbalize things with someone for weeks at a time. You just have a understanding for kind of how someone deals with day-to-day life. What makes them sad? Like, notice patterns of behavior, of their body language when they're in a great mood or when they're not in a good mood. And to be on the lookout for that. To kind of be like a good, partner, or a good just friend or coworker, whatever your scenario may be with someone. And I think it's very important to kind of, I think when you look at, if you ever ask older generations about things, it's much more common for people to have been friends for a long time, then start dating, then marriage. It was much more common back then to know someone for years and years. The reason why, and the people say, oh, but people were getting married at like 23 and 24 and then being married for 70 years. So obviously it's like, yeah, but people also like stayed in where they lived from growing up. And like they knew their partner by like the age of 12, because a lot of people back then married people that they went to like elementary, middle, and high school with. They literally grew up in the same area. That's how a lot of things. So yeah, like they would get married at 23, 24, but they already know the person since they were like 13 years old. So it's like now people will meet someone at like the age of 23, get engaged at 25, married at 26. And there wasn't really room to actually get to know someone. You had to get to know someone with real life situation and consequences attached. And that's kind of the issue is, well, you don't want to be one of those people that are together for 9 years and then you have legal things attached together, but you're not married to protect it. But at the same time, you don't want to make too brash of a decision out of pressure or, out of just negligence. And that's why I think it's really important to like truly have a slow developing relationship with someone, because when you do get to those very vulnerable or things that can be very insecure or vulnerability attached, like quote unquote sex can be. And I'm only using sex because I think sex is like one of those things where everyone has to resonate with it at some point, and is like the most vulnerable and most consequential things you can do with another human being, because the consequences or the reward, however you want to view it, can be life-changing. So, but if that life-changing thing is with the person that you wouldn't want to have a life with, or to change your life for, or to change your life with, your life is going to change. And it's not going to change because you're bringing life. It's going to change because your life is now suffering. Damn. Look at Clint with these way of words. It's kind of fucked up when you put it together, though. But, parents hating their children. Gotta love it. But I think it's a lot more, I think there's a lot more truth to that than people want to admit, but you can't say it. It's okay, though. I'm not here for that. I'm not qualified, but, But, I just think that, there's a person in my life recently. I'm not going to get too personal or detailed with it. But I guess a thing that's sparking this is there's a person in my life recently that over the time that I've known this person, I've known them for probably almost a year now in a, let's just say, professional environment, let's just say. And, for a period of time, like, we didn't really, like, talk. We barely even saw each other. We didn't even really, like, have a professional presiding in the same area, to be honest. But then, like, you start being around this person more and more based off, professional settings and stuff. And, you're just around someone enough. It starts with, hey, you doing good? Hey. And it's like that. Then it graduates. Oh, they catch a little joke you said one day. They laugh. Oh, one day, you're around them. And then you actually like small talk about something. Like, oh, then once every couple weeks, maybe you'll have like a couple minute conversation. And then like over time, it becomes more and more and more. And you learn a lot more about seeing someone than actually listening to someone. As crazy as that may sound, this is just my opinion when I say this, is that when you and someone don't speak a lot to each other, at least because of circumstances, but you're paying attention because something about them just kind of, their aura, their presence just kind of captures you, that you're always kind of paying attention. Now I'm starting to sound like a creep, but you know what I mean. If you see a fine girl, do the creep. They just have this like feeling of over time, you see more of the personal side, not just the presentational. I gotta be a certain, like, you start seeing more of the personal, intrapersonal side that's beyond just professionalism, let's just call it. And when you see more of that over time, you see that someone has gotten more comfortable around you. You've gotten more comfortable around someone, and it builds a natural bond of barriers have been broken of, oh, this is someone that, like, in a real life outside of professional setting, I could see myself enjoying time with this person, you know? I could see myself actually enjoying ice cream with this person. I could see myself actually going somewhere with this person and actually, like, I feel we would connect in a capacity or enjoy each other's time at the very least, because I make them laugh, they make me smile, vice versa. Like, you know, I think a lot of people resonate with that. But it was something that was built naturally over time, and it wasn't forced. It wasn't based off, oh, this is what you do to court someone. This is what you do to make a friend. This is what you do to make someone feel comfortable. Because there's not this handbook of all sides fits all. You truly have to see and observe someone over a period of time to find out boundaries and someone's self-respect for themselves. Oh, you know, I was actually thinking about this, you know, not to ramble too much here, but I was actually thinking that to me, it's actually easier to be more free and open of myself with someone that actually has boundaries and self-respect than someone who's completely open to listen and accept anything, right? Because typically those people, everyone has things that make them feel uncomfortable and like, hey, don't fucking say that shit around me. Not my thing. I don't like to joke about this. Some people get a little too comfortable and they start saying shit like, hey, yeah, I'm not that comfortable with you. But when you kind of know those boundaries, you know, like, okay, I can still be myself, but this person has enough self-respect like, hey, I wouldn't even pretend to dabble in that area because that would just make them feel uncomfortable. When you care about someone enough to not make them feel uncomfortable when it's not necessary, that's things that you notice over time that you can't, that's not something that you just ask a question at dinner or lunch or in a setting and be like, hey, does this conversation, does this topic make you uncomfortable? No, you have to see periods of evidence. You have to be around enough circumstances and different environments and different things to see how someone is in multiple environments about the same subject matter. And that's why I think it's very important, like all these like things of this is how you get to know someone. This is how you truly learn what someone's about. Like, there's a reason why there's not a one size fits. There's a reason why there's not a handbook for all this shit, because we all tell things about ourselves that we think matter to us. We tell things that we wouldn't want and what matters to us. But we don't always react to that. Like, because we don't want to come off as shallow. We don't want to come off as people that, oh, like, I'll say example, and I'll be fair, like guys and girls. As a guy, we're supposed to say that, oh, we just want someone who's down to earth, someone who's genuine and caring and loving and brings me peace and all that stuff. And all that is 100% true. But you know what? Sometimes we just ratchet Tatiana. All right? Sometimes we just want the most hoish. We just want a little attitude and probably good to make shit laugh. We just want to kind of just like, you know? We want that little bit of dysfunction. Because dysfunction kind of lets you know that she feels something. Right? Like, I don't want dysfunction, but if there's absolutely none, I would get bored. And I do think both sides crave a little bit of unknown and dysfunction. And because it kind of makes it feel real. Because there's nothing real about blandness. There's nothing real about always being on your best behavior. There's nothing real about being always considerate all the fucking time. There's nothing real about that. And I'll just say, like, on the foot, a girl's supposed to say, she just wants someone that's very good at heart. It doesn't matter, if they work out. It doesn't matter if they have a six-pack. It doesn't matter if they look great. All that matters is, do they care for me? Are they someone that can have good conversation? It's like, great. You know what? That's great. You know what? You can have conversation with Rob, but Big Dig Bob is breaking it in. All right? There's a reality to this situation. All these things matter, but we can't just say it out loud. A girl can't say that, it matters if a guy is a physical Greek god of a specimen and could control her body if necessary. She can't say that. She can say it's a sexual desire, like, ooh, that would be a turn on. But she can't say that she would turn someone down if they don't imply those physical characteristics. I don't know why I did it like I did. I did a little twinkle of my hands of me, like I'm a Greek god. Like, geez, how full of myself have I gotten? I'm more like a Greek mini god. Because of the hair. And apparently I'm Hercules. Okay, little Pegasus. Oh, and she will Pegasus. Oh, Jesus, Clint, you're a fool. But you're a fool if you don't believe that shit matters. But we can't say it because a girl can come off as shallow, pretentious, and into herself, and she's not pure. Like, all these girls care about is looks and money. It's like, it's not all that a lot of girls care about, but it's something. There's a natural, physical, territorial, like when someone sees something, there's this constant attraction to it that will keep it longer. And that's kind of like, if there's someone in your life that constantly keeps you attracted to their presence, and you actually come to a conclusion that, life without this person if this person were to just, move away or, not be in my life directly anymore, like, would my life change? Would it feel worse? And if you know it would, then that means that person, you have an attraction to that person. That without that person in your life, like, your life's not as good, but it's not as it would be an adjustment. Like, you would feel something missing for a period of time. And that's attraction. That's the way I look at attraction. Attraction is more than just obviously what someone looks like or what they feel and all that stuff. It's how, when you look forward to being around someone, there's an attraction to that. There's a legitimate attraction to that. And certain people have those qualities, and it's a very rare quality that when someone is, when they have that aura and presence that's magnetic, it's just like, holy shit. And it's not even like some trying, but the issue is when you have a magnetic aura personality like that, it can also be very draining. Because now everyone holds you to this expectation that you are a key cog of reliancy of making someone's day, that person's day, feel better. And when you know that could be a lot to carry on because you don't always feel that. And I think those typically are people that feel like the most, they can get really down and sad. And in some ways, maybe even like depressed at times because they just hold a weight that they want to make sure that the people, they're people pleasers in a way, but they don't want to be. It's not like they're out here like, I feel this pressure to please people. It's just a natural inclination of themselves. And when people hold you to that thing, and if you're not feeling it that day, you got to put on a fake smile. You got to put on this type of face just to keep things like up to date, even when you're not feeling seen or heard in a way. I think that it something like that can really dig at you. I don't know. Shit, this went off the rails. But no, anyways, back to kind of like the main thing I'm trying to get at is there's a natural attraction that you can deny. There are just things that we are attracted to as men and women to each other. And sometimes they're shallow. Those shallow things can keep things going a long time. And all the pure shit, it's cool and all. That probably has longer lasting impact. But if the other things aren't there to even get to know that, if the exterior isn't worth getting to know the interior, then, all that shit doesn't matter. That's why it's important for men to work on their physical health, to work on their hygiene, to work on their presentation. Because if I'm looking for a house, right? If I'm going through a neighborhood and all these houses have a for sale sign, and this one house, it's like, I'm being told by the real estate broker, oh, the inside is so fucking amazing. Like, it is the best interior house we have in this neighborhood. It's like, okay. But the outside, there's like chipped wood. There's a hole because there was a fire there previously. There's a hole through the ceiling. There's creepy windows. There's, it just looks like shit. The lawn isn't cut. It hasn't been upkept. Like, everything is just acts like you don't give a shit. Like, oh, yeah, that's cool. You could keep what's on the inside. Because you obviously didn't even take the time to respect what you're selling me enough to even make the outside look decent, to make it, okay, let me see what we got in here. So people have the right to be like, look, like, if I see a girl that's like, I don't feel like keeps up with herself, in whatever way that may be, it's like, you may have the greatest personality. You may be the most loving and caring person. But you don't love and care enough for yourself to make yourself more attractive to the masses. And here's also another like unhinged reality is that 99% of people don't want to be with someone that no one else wants to be with. That no one else doesn't want to be with. It's like this competition thing. It's the reason why it's natural to be attracted to people. Like, I think there was actually a study that showed that when a girl knows that you have a girlfriend, she's instantly more attracted to you. Because it shows like, oh, someone has claimed and viewed this man as such worthy enough. Especially, I should say, if it's an attractive girl that has... They see a girl like, man, she's attractive. And you think she's kind of on the same level. There's a heavy lure to want to lure you away. Because like, I took something from something that, someone deemed this man as enough value to actually make that type of statement. The public statement of this is my man type of shit. And on the opposite end, like I'll say as a dude, look, man, no one's going to want to hear this. It's ruthless. It's cold, but reality. Yeah, like, we want to fuck your bitch. And I only word it like that because that's kind of like how social media wants to view this stuff. But, like, it's honestly, like, territorial. If we feel like your girl can be taken from you and we want it, we just might. I'm not saying this is how I act. This is not how I operate in daily life. But the primal instinct is in me that if I see a girl that I really want, like, honestly, if she has a boyfriend, it's really irrelevant to me. That's the God on it. Like, if she says she has a boyfriend, I'm not going to, like, continuously pursue her. But that doesn't automatically mean that I think that she's off the market. Because that's how a lot of this stuff works. People are attracted to people that other people are attracted to. That's what makes them attractive. When there's a universal consensus that someone is objectively attractive, that makes you a prize. That makes you something that people want. And I could say this through my body transformation. I'm not really a different person internally. This is kind of where a lot of my thoughts have been confirmed and learned over about this stuff, is that you just get treated different. When there's a consensus of other girls that find you attractive and other girls see that, they'll start being nicer and subtly hinting those extra hays and the attention you get, the secret numbers you get. It's different. All right? It's just a different world you live in. I know I've talked about that before, but the only reason why I'm continuing saying this is because attraction is this natural, magnetic thing that's not always quantifiable, but you don't always know what makes someone that attracted to you. Sometimes you just see someone over and over again, time and time, day after day or week after week, and you're just why am I going mentally fucking bananas over this? What the fuck about this is just making me what about this person, the way they walk, the way they carry themselves, their consistency in their aura, their calmness, whatever it may be. There's something about over time, that's why I think coworker relationships are the most common thing, because that's where you are the most. If you were just to see a lot of your coworkers once or twice outside of work, you would probably never date them. But if you're around someone enough, you actually have to get to know how they deal with things personally. You see how they deal with adverse situations and whatnot. So I think it naturally is going to affect, because you've already skipped a lot of the getting to know process through natural getting to know shit. And I do feel like a lot of that shit matters. And so, yeah, attraction is this beautiful, uncomfortable truth, and it's not always the most gentle way to learn about nature, human nature. It's not always the most catered to way. Sometimes the truth can be very damning. It can be very I don't give a fuck. It's a hard thing for people to swallow. But yeah, anyways, back to sex. I don't even know what I'm gonna tie this back into, but hey, we're in the bedroom, so tie it up, baby. As long as I got my suit and tie, you can cry me a river all tonight, and let me rock your body, show you a few things. Damn, my voice is good today. Girl, you got that yummy yum. But it's this attraction is this buildup. It is this natural buildup. Not everything. I don't think that the most sustainable attraction is instantaneous. It's no different than when a post-nut, if you have a one-night stand with a girl you just hooked up with, you have post-nut clarity, you're oh, it was always a mistake. But if there's someone that you knew for months and months, maybe even a year, which honestly, if you know for someone more than a year, you haven't at least pursued something, you just might be a little bitch. But you're a little stupid ass bitch. But when you have that natural buildup, one, all your crazy expectations of, you're not going to be just so keen on just if it wasn't the best experience ever, or it wasn't mind blowing. You're not just going to kick them to the curb, or you're not just going to treat them yeah, fuck, whatever. I can find another one, because you already have an attachment to them on a personal level that, one, you would feel partial guilt to even be that harsh about it. But two, you actually have a genuine connection that goes beyond just love. The friendship is the most important aspect of it all. And I guess the moral is this mostly serious pod. Holy shit, this is what happens when you don't plan shit. I guess this pod is called the Attraction Pod. It all matters. Some people are just magnetic in your life. Some people just, you can't wane them off. They just matter. They just like, there's some things that make people stand out and special. And it's always the ones that don't try. It's always the ones that don't try. Like, it's not the ones that that say they would give their life to you. You know, it's not the ones that would buy you gifts every other week. It's not the ones that would always show you how appreciative they are of you, of, oh, how amazing you are. Oh my God, you're so great. Oh my God, without you, I don't know what it's always the ones that are like, it's nice to see you. All right, have a good day. All right, cool. But then when you're with them presently, they're present. And I think that's the most important thing in today's age. What we all really seek is just presence. And I mean, literally, it could be someone's physical presence, like just them and their personality, everything that carries. But it's also like people being present in whatever you're doing, talking about, participating in, is just being present. And I guess tying it back to the bedroom, a lot of people are thinking so much, they're not present. They're not listening. They're not actually listening to your body. They're not actually listening to what you're reacting to. They're not reading and reacting. They're not actually engaged in what you're doing. They're just kind of either doing stuff that they know has worked before on other people. They're doing things that they think you might like. And that's why, like, honestly, for any young whippersnappers out there, never tell someone what you want in the bedroom. All right? It's highly overrated. Tell them when you're in there. Don't tell them in text. Don't tell them over the phone. Just surprise, like, have an idea and naturally lead the direction. You know, as a young man, just lead the way. But yeah, anyways, I guess the moral of today's pod is that attraction can literally be built through your body. But honestly, being serious, attraction is something that's actually built through purity. Attraction is not built through the eyes. It's built through what you hear. Your eyes telling you. Because sometimes your eyes are telling you, like, God damn. Oh, that booty. Oh, let me milk. Oh, jeez. Why did I start dry humping the chair? I'm a fool. I'm a little dog. Oh, blow the whistle. But no, it's about, honestly, like, I guess it's more of just like attraction is really, it's literally in the name. What makes you attracted to see that person again? What makes it where you look forward to seeing that person? What is like, oh, like, is it the result of what this interaction with someone? Or is it literally just seeing that person is enough to make your day? Or is it, you know, depending on how today goes with their mood or my mood or whatever, that's what matters? Or is it literally like no matter what, you guys cannot speak, you guys can speak a lot, you guys can have great conversation, you guys can have no conversation that day, but you still just enjoyed seeing them because it just made you feel more at peace and ease. God, I'm starting to sound like a little fucking bitch. But I think that's what it's all about. Having people in your life that make you feel at ease. And that bring you each other value. And everyone's value of what they bring to people's life are different. But I just think that's what's important. So, yeah. Not a bad episode. Completely started off a little, but I'm kind of glad that there's actually some life lessons you can find from this podcast. What do you know? From a unqualified person to give you life lessons about. But yeah, that's episode 180 of the Off and Beat Podcast with Clint Nelson. I'm your host, Clint Nelson. Don't forget to like, follow, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell on all apps. But most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, the podcast is growing, followers going up, and the plays have been boosting. It's crazy what happens when you post consistently. But most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to suck some titties. And, don't deny your attraction. Don't deny what you feel. It's been something I've been trying lately, honestly, is stop denying what you feel. Stop denying your thoughts. Like, act on it. Act on it and accept the results. Well, not all your thoughts, because some of y'all have issues. But if they're reasonable thoughts, don't be afraid of if you have rejection or have some doubts of what those results may be. Just, hey, act on it and find the truth and deal with that shit. Suck it up. Yeah. All right, guys. Wherever this podcast is posted, have a great day. Whew. Not a bad episode. Ooh, baby.